Thank you. Thank you. I was muted. You guys are right. You guys can hear my voice now, right? Happy Monday for you guys. Still Sunday for me here, man. Cool. I always did the audio check for exactly that reason. I don't know if you know what kind of mic I have. What is this actually? It's pretty new to me. The mic that I've been using here, it has like a touch sensitivity to the side. So when I adjust my webcam, sometimes if my finger slightly touches the edge, it mutes me automatically. So sometimes I don't even realize it. Hope you guys have been trading safe tonight, man. It's been a rangy night, but you know what? Honestly, no complaints. I've basically had a, what is it? 5 out of 6 wins tonight already. Literally just trading the range tonight. So it hasn't been too shabby, man. Not too shabby. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. It was this. I think the brand name is Sure. I think it's what's called. It was a recommendation from Jake actually, so I didn't really know which one was considered good or not. Am I in gold right now? No, I'm not in gold yet. I'm actually gonna go through the chat quickly here to say hi to everyone. Zero Profits, man. What up, man? Home Depot, Patel Preet, Freedom and Fun. What up? What up? My man Ron and Vernati, Uvia. Always good to see ya. OP Entry Trading. What's up? Ruda Mendez. Stangam Trading, Magnet Trades, Pete, what up, what up? Sem Strat, Tariq, Johanna, always appreciate you tuning in from South Africa there. Michael, what up, man? Oh yeah, oh you're that Michael, all right. I was gonna say, I actually took a look at the payout channel recently. I'm like, oh, who's gotten payout so far? You're Michael L. You're the one with the $2,700 payout from 10-4. Right on, brother. Shout out to Michael in the chat there. What the drink and snack of the night? You know, honestly, tonight I don't have much going on. It's just my water, man. Just my water. I do have snacks, but I gotta cut back. I've got a wedding that I had to head to near the end of the week here, so I'll be traveling. So I actually will be streaming on the road, except unlike last time where I streamed from a hotel, I'll be able to stream out of an Airbnb. So it should be a better setup than my last one. And I'm actually packing some of my mics and stuff like that with me as well. But yeah, I've got a wedding to go to. So not that like 3 days will make a hell of a difference, but I definitely don't want to stack on it any bit of weight right now. I want to make sure I can still fit into my suit for my for this wedding I'm heading out to. So watching from the Philippines. Hello, Catherine. Appreciate you tuning in. Jane Bond. Yeah, man. Yeah, good weekend. Good weekend overall. I officially got the news now that my subjects got removed, so my home is officially sold now. So that's exciting. Over the next 4 weeks, I'm gonna be planning the logistics of like the move, between the moving, the lawyer stuff, the realtor stuff, all that crap. So this isn't as easy as moving from within the city. I'm actually moving to another province, so there's a lot more logistics I need to manage here. Jay Sullivan, Jazza, what up, what up? Yo, Leonzo. Super Goat, good to see you as always, man. Ron, nice. I didn't take a look on that trigger line, but good stuff, man. Hopefully you don't stay up too late. I know you said you're pretty tired tonight, so what up, meat? Sontana Challenge, what up, man? Hi, my goth, what does that mean? Our channel is based off the 2-minute ETH candles where you box a certain candle. Don't want to say too much in case it is. Leo, I actually do it on the larger time frames, so not the small time frames. Leo Corona, I should probably be more clear because I think there's more than one Leo here. I do it in the larger time frames actually. The only time I draw the smaller time frame ones is when I'm trying to do like visual structures, just for like demonstration purposes. Like I'm trying to educate a student or like maybe even on stream. I'll generally draw the smaller time frames, but more often than not, all of my channels are on larger time frames. Arthur, hello. Alexia, hello. Dominic, what up, man? What time does Rake stream? He streams the New York session, so the New York opening. Yeah, magnet trades, man. I know range is not for everyone, but I mean, I've been content, man. Like, I've had trades like this forecaster box here. I've had trades like this probably like multiple times tonight already. I've just been trading the range, so. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, Billy Gunn, I'm moving to Alberta, man. Thanks, JD Bot. Not that audit is, do you invest in? So I would probably remove the word auditing business, Rudy. And the only reason why I say that is because like auditing implies that I'm literally there just to grade restaurants. And although grading a restaurant is like one of the many elements of my gig, it's like not the most important one. My collaboration around strategic planning and business planning, as well as like being able to kind of like, remove barriers for entrepreneurs. That's more so what I do more than anything. As far as real estate goes, I used to have a lot more. I've divested actually over the years, and honestly, thankfully so, because for those who are in Canada, I think you guys know, I think Ontario is probably going through the biggest real estate crash right now. Vancouver's starting to see that already, and the properties I had before were condos, and the condos were the ones that got hit the hardest. So I actually exited literally before the decline. And so honestly, I know my realtor's probably not on the stream right now, but shout out to him, man. My guy Matthew, he did a good job really timing the market for me in that regard. So I only have the home I live in now, which I literally just sold for this part of this move, and I have one more condo left, which my sister lives in today. But as far as real estate goes, that's pretty much all I've got at the moment. Yeah. Stuart, hello. Aurora, good morning to you. Good evening on my side here. What's up, Sam? Thoughts on long at the VWAP? Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea. My only concern is that we did just log in an hourly sell bar. So that would be my biggest concern about longing at VWAP right now, Super Broadcast. It's not like it's out of the question because we've been respecting it very well in this ranging market, but we did put in an hourly sell bar. So I'd be a little bit more hesitant on that one, but definitely a valid thought process though. We'll see what the bar confirmation provides us here. ADHD, my man. Always good to see you, brother. My time zone does change, Ron. I will be 1 hour ahead. So instead of 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be considered 11 p.m. I don't know what time that is considered, actually. But I'll be 1 hour ahead, though. So I'm technically streaming later in the new place I'm moving to. But it'll be another month before I move there, though. So I got some time still. Andrea, happy Monday. Let's see how low waiting for the hourly candle to sweep the higher low range seems to be. Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you're leveraging the larger time frames, absolutely, man. What's good, AXP? Hey, Lucian. Hello. Good to see ya. Just passed your Apex eval. Shout out to Mal BB there in the chat for passing his or her Apex eval. Hey, Namanoms. You take any trades that day, man? I feel like you mirror a lot of the trades I take, even leading up to these streams. Yeah, Dave, man. I know. It's I don't even want to get started on that conversation because I literally could talk for hours on that. I'm very big on like the macroeconomic of things, and I don't want to bring politics and bureaucracy into this, but yes, a lot of it has been very mismanaged and it's caused a lot of this, right? So I don't try to pretend that I will time the markets, but I have to say that my close-knit friends, like we kind of saw what's happening now kind of coming, which kind of played a role into as to why I divested the real estate that I did as well. It wasn't the only reason, but it definitely contributed to that factor. It's Cold World. No, I don't use Heikinashi. I don't even know how to use it actually. Oh, Mountain Standard Time. Thanks, Bernardi. I appreciate it, man. Forgiven trades, man. I'm doing good. And by the way, Super Broadcast. This is the reason why I didn't want to long the VWAP, by the way. And it's not to say that we can't still bounce, but like I think that hourly sell and that triple top on the price of that range is definitely giving more sell vibes than it is buy vibes. Again, very, very natural for us to look for that long off that range there. But yeah, I think just because it was an hourly sell, I'm a little bit more bearish. So I would be open to watching to see how we come back down and test the lows down here. between like 762-ish down to 747. Like I'm open to seeing if we get a nice failure to go lower down there, we can maybe long for about 1 or 2 R down there. Those who are asking if I would be willing to short this right now, I'm not interested in chasing this at this moment in time. I also know that I'm going to be doing a trade review for you guys in about 4 minutes here, so I really don't want to be so focused on a trade while I'm doing that as well. But just for those who are kind of hopping into the stream right now, my short trade that I caught was up here. Caught it for about 30 points. Very content with that. Got my, as people call, base hit. I mean, 30 point over Asia is not a bad trade, to be perfectly honest. If you can get a couple of those throughout the night, it can definitely make the day for you. Michael, I'd have to double check to see what that ratio is. I don't know right now. I usually do the month-end assessments at the end of every month. I kind of treat my trading kind of like my business. My last year, I know I ended off about a 30% expense ratio. These days, this year, I feel like I average between 10 to 25%, depending on the given month, right? Like some months I'm a little higher. And honestly, when I look back at it too, to my journaling and all that, it's just through irresponsibility, if anything, just because I'm like, oh, you know what, I got cash, why not, like, let's just see if we can, you know, play around and experiment things like copy trading, for example, right? But yeah, usually 10 to 25% has been my average this year. So I'll double check to see where I'm at, though. I'm not really sure where I'm at exactly this moment, though. Since you have an unbiased opinion on Bitcoin, if you just look at the chart, what would you think? Let me see. I haven't looked at a Bitcoin chart in forever, so... I'm very, very curious. I'm curious if Bitcoin chart trades the same, because in terms of like when I look at indicators, I'm kind of curious if it like reacts the same. I mean, right now it looks like VWAP held really, really well for Bitcoin. I mean, like, woo, what a move down! What a move down! What's the larger time frames on Bitcoin look like? I will be doing an NQ and gold chart review, guys, in about 2 minutes here. For those who are just kind of rolling in here. I mean, it looks bearish right now, guys. Yeah, Bitcoin, I mean, again, I don't trade it, so I have like no bias towards what this can represent, but you can see here that we have some pretty tight box ranges here. And this is like the weekly time frame, guys, so you just please understand that this is a larger time frame. But like we are kind of within this, so the way I look at it is that like if we continue to hold this top range here, I'd look for us, you might be able to kind of catch like a relief bounce trade off the low here, but I'd probably be looking for us to break and retest down beneath this and head lower. And that is a big assumption on that, the fact that there will be continued weakness on the market due to like obviously like economics and data, whatever would contribute to the fall of Bitcoin in any way. I also don't know what contributes to its growth. So again, without having any understanding of its fundamentals, I would simply look at this as it looks like we're trying to structurally keep moving lower. That's my thought process on this. My man Yazin, man, good to see you, dude. You're in shorts from 28,893, huh? Let's zoom back into the chart here and take a look at where that was. 28,893. Okay, okay. Yazin, man, what was your target for that? Are you out or are you still in? You had a pretty decent move from your entry already. Like that was like a 80-point move to the downside. I hope you took profit, man. Hopefully DJL, hopefully that answers your question, by the way. That's my take on that. Hey Trina. The charge 90, yeah, I was already, that was before with the stream. I literally took profit probably like what, minutes before we started? Yeah, like 4 minutes before we started the stream. Lucian, yeah, I've had no issues logging on to Tradeovate. I never actually had any issues. I know that there has been like a kind of a technical issue as of late, but yeah, no issues on my end. Jersey, what's up, my man? Adrian, man, I'm sorry to hear you, man. That you lost your German Shepherd. I mean, I got a furball myself, so that'd be very disheartening to hear. Nice, Namanon, taking that short. Dave, yeah, no, I heard that, man. I mean, a lot of the, I mean, yeah, I know there's so much that goes on behind that. 100%. the immigration and all that stuff, and like student, it's going to affect so many things though. It's going to affect the real estate market. It's going to affect the employment market as well. I know a lot of people are thinking like, oh, Canadians really want jobs, and that if all these immigrants leave, more jobs will be available. I personally don't think. I think it's going to make things worse, to be honest, because like obviously depending on the industry, there's a lot of like restaurant industries are generally starting wage companies, right? They will struggle for sure because people never wanted those jobs to begin with. So it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough to see what things happen here. Pulo, yes, man, I remember you, of course. You won one of the giveaways, man. Praj Wall, right on. No problem, DJL. Fluba, what up, man? Hope you're doing well. Ah, Yazin, got it. Hey, man, you might still get this continuation. Let's just see us fail. Let's see us fail this channel here that I have. Hopefully we can kind of use this as a leg back down and continue lower. It's always a possibility. At least I'm hoping for your case. What's good, Cortez? Yeah, super broadcast. As far as the Discord on the rake trades, I just basically kind of share my thoughts here and there in my channel. I don't participate in all the discussion because there's so many channels, and to be honest, other than me working with my students and also the streams, I try to be I'm not as active on everything else because I'm so tied up with my business, and I also tied up with family, right? So otherwise I'll never end. There was a very unhealthy period in my life where I was so glued to my phone and I was constantly on Discord. It was actually affecting the way that I was managing the business and the way that I was managing my family values as well. So I started cutting myself off. Fluba, man, congratulations, man. Shout out to Fluba in the chat. Top step, third payout incoming. Good stuff, man. Yeah, businesses are forced to pay higher rates. I'll tell you right now, restaurants can't. It's just tough, man. I know some people have their opinions on things, but I'm telling you, as a person who literally sees the numbers, I see the numbers from the banks, I see the numbers from business owners, vendors, supply chain, like everything. It's going to be a big struggle, man. Big struggle. Rake Webby. I'm Azheng Trades, by the way. Not Rake, not Rake. What up, Night Owl? Working the late night shift tonight? On USD Try? Desi, I have no idea what that asset is. Tony, man. Hello, hello. What up, man? Oh, yeah. You know what? No problem. I can absolutely adjust that for you guys. Sorry. The only reason why you couldn't see the price is because normally I have my chart like this. There you go. I adjusted it earlier because someone was asking for me to look at Bitcoin. Sorry. What up, Armani? How Susur Lee is so profitable? I have no idea what that even means. Rake Webby. I was gonna say, like, come on, man. Like, I mean, between Rake and myself, two different guys here. As much as I can tell people that I'm a banana, Asian on the outside, very much white on the inside, but my man Ron, who never sleeps. What up, brother? All right, guys. I'm just gonna type in a couple more things here, and I'm gonna do the chart review here now, guys. Just for those who are rolling in, they'll know what to expect and what to look at later on. But let's rack up some thumbs up. I know there's about 300 of you guys here, so sooner we get there, sooner I can get that giveaway out to you guys. All right. Okay, I am just going to sit through the chat one last time, and then I'm going to hop right into the trade for you guys. Yeah, you can call me a Twinkie. That works too. I like banana. I think people get more of a laugh out of banana versus Twinkie, but yes, that technically is a good reference as well. But you know what it is too, Fast Cash? I don't know if everyone knows what Twinkie is, depending on your generation. Some people don't really know what that is. Hey man, I really hope that you're able to get something for your 21-year-old man. Just make sure that the ambition to get that done doesn't manipulate the way you view your charts, my friend. I would say this is a good short, but it's a possible short. And the reason why I'm not saying it's a good short is because I don't like it when we have these pause bar consolidations. Because usually when I see stuff like this, anything can really happen. I think the bear short trade was where I took it. Even if you would have taken it a little bit later from when I took it, it would have been good either way. Right now, I wouldn't feel comfortable with this kind of a consolidation. But yes, I think when we look at the multiple time frames and indicators as well, it does look like it's gonna, well, it wants to come down lower. But yeah, I wouldn't hop into it right away. Evil Dead Bird movie. What's that? I have no idea what that is. I gotta Google that later, man. I gotta Google that later. All right, I'm gonna hop right into the trade review, guys. And so before I do that, as always, welcome, guys. Welcome to all you guys that are on the stream. Welcome to Project 365. My name's Alan, Azheng Trades. I am the pre-London host to the Project 365 here. And so there's about 5 of us here that basically run the streams. My man Ron G, who's in the chat, Ron G Trades there. He just did the Asia session, so if you guys hopped on his stream, you guys would have seen that already. Then it comes myself here for the next couple of hours. Then my man Jake Ricci, the GOAT, he will open up the New York session, followed by Lamelli and Mitch, who will trade the afternoon sessions. And so there are about 5 of us that stream about 10 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. So I think that there's a lot for us that we can offer. A lot of us trade quite differently, but yet at the same time have a lot of similarities in how we view the charts and view the market. So no matter where you are around the world, I believe during my stream, I get a lot of people from Australia, South Africa, Europe, Asia, like obviously, which makes a lot of sense based on the time zone that I'm streaming. But even though for those who are so diehard followers and loyal from North America, I know for you guys it's late because it's late for me here. So much appreciated, much love for you guys for tuning in here. As usual, I'll do the NQ and the gold trade review. And generally what I'll go through is I'll talk about what I'm looking for from the day based on top-down analysis. But I'm also going to kind of talk about how we could have traded the sessions kind of leading into this. So whether it was from the opening of today's session or from last week, because I often find, and I talk about this every stream, I believe that a lot of the things that we do from one session does translate and move on to the next. And I hope that you guys were able to catch some of the things I talked about from last stream, because as I mentioned every stream, even if you can't catch the trade on my stream, the things that I do talk about do end up playing a level of relevance much later on. So anyone who did catch some of that during the London and New York session on Friday, congratulations. Although yes, it was OPEX Friday, there were some good opportunities to catch some trades. So with that, let's hop right into the chart. So going over the weekly time frame on the NQ, we did end up taking out those prior bars here. We did spike also lower than the consolidation low that we've had up to this point. Now, ideally, when I take a look at that, that for me sends a thought process that this is likely going to trigger us to move lower. Now, with that said, though, as you guys already know, a lot of the times, and I'll kind of go back to the daily time frame as well here, what I'll generally kind of look for is to see if we can retrace 50% of the big move that we had in the prior day. It does look like to me that we want to move lower, but until we get like a solid candle bar close beneath that area of reference that I talked about last week, I don't want to be like super bearish. I'm still kind of like 50-50 as I have been for the past few weeks because NQ has been consolidating. I've been catching wins on the longs, I've been catching wins on the shorts, right? Although I'm kind of teetering more on shorts than I am in longs, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to be married and try to short this trend, when in reality we may very likely still retrace up. Now, for those who are kind of new and not familiar with the way that I trade, the one thing that I will mention, although this is like not a key strategy for me, it is probably the only time I ever reference the Fibonacci retracement. And so I actually do look at the daily time frame, and specifically what I'll do is I'll take the Fibonacci, so I'll click on the left-hand side task here, I'll mark the top wick of the daily candle and I'll drag it to the bottom wick of the daily candle. And often what I'll look for is I would look to see if we end up getting a 50% retracement of the prior day's bar. And so essentially, as you can kind of see here, we've obviously already done that. Like we're actually hovering the 50% retracement right now. So if I were to mark this out, 81425, I'll just mark it out just for this stream here so we can reference it throughout. I'm gonna categorize it as a different color just so that it's a little bit more in your face, and I'm gonna increase the size of this thing. How do I do that again? Oh, I see it. Sorry. Where was that? I remember where that, there it is. So we're going to mark that out just so that we have it as a point of reference, guys. But yeah, so usually I look for the 50% retracement, okay? With that, I'm going to go into the hourly time frame as well. As I mentioned earlier on, the hourly sell trigger definitely made me not want to long the VWAP. Someone in the chat did ask me about, longing at VWAP, if that would be a good idea. Had you done that throughout the stream, like prior to, sorry? Yes, I actually did trade using the VWAP, and I've longed off the VWAP, and I shorted off the high range. So I did capture 5 out of 6 wins already tonight, which is about, what is that, a little bit over an 80% win rate so far on the overall day today, which is a good start to the day. But that hourly sell definitely did not make me feel comfortable trying to long after that. So that's my perspective. I think there's a possibility that you can see here that 50% retracement spot ended up becoming currently like a support beam. So we'll see if this 50% retracement acts as a support beam for us to continue higher, or if we end up breaking back down, that might actually end up creating a good spot for us to lock in a lower high short trade a little bit later on. Again, I try not to speculate too much. I like to watch and read the bars. I often say many times on the stream and with students that I don't try to predict the markets. I try to react to the market, and more so in a sense of I have a game plan and the thought process of what I want to see from the market. And then from there on up, I see if the candles will actually form in the way that I want it to, for it to make sense for me to kind of hop into that trade. Coming down to the smaller time frames, even that, you can see here right now, someone asked me earlier, is this a good place to short? This is kind of exactly the reason why I don't feel comfortable. Again, like I said, it looks bearish, but I do not like playing consolidation plays after a move has already taken place, because I find that ends up becoming very tricky. As in, like, I feel like when I take that kind of a trade, I'm literally flipping a coin. So I much rather wait and see to see what price actually does before we make a decision. I do like the way that we rejected off of the 200 EMA as well as that channel spot up there. But I don't think we're necessarily in the clear. We'll see, like in the next 2 minutes here, the 15-minute candle is about to close. So if we manage to end up close back within this channel in the next 2 minutes, I don't know. That might actually open us up a potential for a long. And I'm not saying like a significantly big move of a long. Again, we're ranging, right? So tonight's expectation on the NQ is quite low. Like, I'm probably not going to shoot for more than 30 to like 60 points at max, just because I think that is going to give me the highest probability of success over the course of this specific current session. Now, I did want to talk about the trades that we could have taken. So if you guys remember, what I was eyeing was a few things, right? Now, I think I've updated have I updated the channels already? I think I did. So I probably should have saved the old channels here. But if you guys remember from the last stream, what I had here was I had a spot that I was watching for at 28,520. And then I also had a spot that I was watching for, which was like a channel above. So this is roughly the range that we were looking at. And if you guys remember, I actually did highlight this on Instagram as well as like a post analysis. We ended up literally wicking the bottom of this channel, and this was the bottom. This was the bottom, and we actually just basically moved all the way up. So anyone who took advantage of that thought process of analysis and was able to catch that was a pretty solid move to the upside. Even coming into the New York session here, on the 2-minute time frame, it's going to look very messy. But if you actually looked on the larger time frames, we actually had a decent setup in that area. So what was it again? I'm just looking at my other time frames here. Give me a second here. I think it was the 5-minute. Yeah, it was about the 5-minute here. When we basically pulled up from the spot from the 400, we set a 5-minute bar that closed back above this the 520 area. And pretty much, again, if you're like a momentum reversal trader, that would have been an option for us to take that trade to the upside. So I would say that I definitely like the overnight London trade off the channel. That was probably the most beautiful. The later one, I think the first half an hour or so still would have been tricky. I wouldn't blame anyone for not wanting to long, just simply because we had so much selling leading into this. But I will say that this channel, again, has been on my chart for quite some time. This ended up acting as a nice little double top here, short trade that we could have taken over the New York session. And that granted about a 100-point move to the downside. Yeah, other than that, man, I mean, I think that OPEX was very like sluggish, you know. There was opportunity, but not ones that I would have said like, oh my goodness, it looks amazing, like let's hold this to Kingdom Come and let's see where it goes. Definitely not one of those days, but there were opportunities to take good setups. Now coming into the current session now, as you can see here, we opened up in Globex, we rejected the 200 EMA, came down, tested the New York low, and this is some of the things I was talking about actually with my students as well, was like I want to see how we would see if we would actually find support at the New York high, kind of power hour period low, and we did do that, right? So if you managed to, if you're one of those traders that like try to bottom ticket, and I don't necessarily encourage it, but this would have been one of those kind of fairly low risk trades where if you would have taken this trade, say off the 2 minute, and took your entry at the break above that too, and then put your stop loss beneath, I think that would have been a fairly tight stop, tight risk, moving on to the upside, and that would have been a pretty solid trade. After that, basically, so I didn't trade that, by the way, because I wasn't actually at my desk, I was on the road. The one that I did end up taking was actually this. We did end up forming a potential higher low. We were above Globex. We were holding on to VWAP. I took the potential higher low. I caught that long trade to the upside, sold that, and moved on. And then afterwards, we had another trade here as well, where we respected the 200 EMA and the VWAP. So I took the long over there as well. I did also take the short trade that was up here, and I took the short trade that was over here. And then again with the short trade over here. I didn't take the one over here because I wasn't on my desk, but these were all the trades I took. So as you can see here, I either leveraged the range thought process of using the VWAP 200 EMA as a form to capture the upside, or I used the top of the channel to capture the range trade to the downside. So that was kind of my thought process. And so anyways, that's kind of what led me to today, where I'm currently at 5 out of 6 trades on the given day already. So fairly content. I mean, honestly, at this point in time, the only props I haven't traded yet is my, I have like one TPT eval. I literally just started for the sake of starting it because I've already passed all the other ones. Well, passes, and I need to wait until I can actually like close it out and activate it. And then I also my 10-4 accounts. I have 2 accounts that I still need to trade with those. So otherwise, I'm actually done. Like my Lucid Max account, I have one more trading. No, yeah, one more trading day before I can pass the Lucid Max, which will then move me live with that account. And then my Top Step account, I already got my hit on that as well. And yeah, like I said, the TPT accounts I'm all done already. So anyways, that's kind of my 2 cents on the NQ. I'm just going to kind of go through the chat really quickly here before I do the gold trade review. And then I will get back to the charts again here. So those who waited for the Stephen Eveles, if you're talking about like spending time one-on-one with me, no, my time is definitely not free. I'm an entrepreneur, so every minute of my time is like, I'm probably, honestly, I don't know a single person in my life that's more busier than I am. I'm a very much back-to-back. I'm booked like almost every minute of the day, so. What's up, trades guy? Thanks, Wilson's Gold. Appreciate it, man. What's up, Dracula? I don't really know, Wilson, about like whether or not you need to pay for it still, because I've always paid for the data, so I don't actually even know what it would be like if I were to remove it. So I honestly you'll probably have to ask the prop firm that question. Yeah, the PA was definitely rough. Very much rangy. Why do I trade? I like it. I enjoy trading. I've been doing it for 6 years. How many trades you take a day? Every day is different. I don't actually have a nominal number that I shoot for, to be honest. I can be averaging as low as 2 or 3, but I could be as high as like 10. Really depends, because I don't copy trade. I individually trade all my accounts. My biggest futures trade so far, I don't know the exact trade. I think the biggest futures trade itself probably was like 10, 11 grand or something like that. But the biggest futures day was probably like 24,000, which was done in December. Yeah. Options wise, I can't remember what my biggest trade with options anymore, because I have to double check. But I had a pretty strong options year last year, considering I traded only like 4 months. How many monitors for a pro trader? That's up to you, man. That's such a subjective question. I have like 4 monitors, but I also don't just trade. I run a business, so I use all my screens when I'm working. Glad it helped, Super Broadcast. Yeah, man. I'm a big Naruto fan, as you could probably tell from the thing above me here. Loving the Integra, man. Anything with a stick shift, I love. No, key levels, channels are different. I have areas of interest, channels, levels, opening prints. All of them are different. They're all drawn differently. I talk about this every stream when it comes to channels, levels, all that. Or sorry, not levels. When it comes to channels and all those other things, I look at larger time frames, hourly, daily, whatever it may be, and I look for basically areas where I see support and resistance on the chart. What up, Miss Basilia? Hopefully I'm not butchering your name. Do I plan to automate my trading? Nope, I will never automate my trading. I know there's a lot of people who are looking to do AI and automate trading. I am not a big fan of stuff like that personally. I don't see the point in it. I enjoy everything I do with trading. I will never automate. I can say it with confidence that I will never automate it. I'm not saying that no one else can't, but you know, I wouldn't. I personally, it's not my cup of tea, man. How do you actually pronounce your name, man? I don't want to keep killing your name. Gold's testing VWAP here right now. Curious if we can get a bounce. Just watching gold right now. Anywho, I don't know, Jane, to be honest. We'd have to read the FAQs. I never even looked into that because I personally knew I never would do it. Bubble Mush? No, I don't ever trade in a New York session. That's reserved for my business and my family. I wasn't at my desk currently when I took the trades. For that second one, I just wasn't there for it. What was my thought process? This channel has been on my chart for like weeks, so it's not like a new channel. What is the good platform for trading nowadays? You got to be more specific. I don't know what you mean by platform. I only use TradingView, so I probably wouldn't be able to speak to any other platform. I know, Ron. I'm excited for the single stock futures. All right, I'm gonna do the gold trade review really quickly here, and I'll get back to the chat again later on. If you guys are just hopping into the stream, just definitely drop a like, thumbs up, and subscribe on the stream here. It means a lot. It helps us out a lot, man. And it'll help me get to that giveaway fast for you guys. Today I'm doing a 25K Lucid Pro giveaway, guys. Lucid Pro. One of the one of the longer reputable prop firms in the space right now. Yeah, so weekly bar right now, you can see here, you guys already knew I've been talking about this area a lot, and clearly we've bounced off of it. So we'll see if we have enough selling momentum this week to take this out, or if we end up just actually halting down here and finding ways to move forward from here. We've obviously, if you take a look at price, we moved down quite a bit since the high, right? Like our high was what, 5,600, right? And so we've come down what, 1,700 now at this point. Sorry. So time frames for me still looks bearish. I've been bearish on gold for a very long time. It's probably the only ticker between the ones that I look at that were the ones I would be shorting the most. It's always tricky with gold because I feel like a lot of times because of the size and all that, it's very difficult to capture the moves. But a lot of times when I find that when the gold trends, it trends well, which is kind of generally why I think a lot of people love it. Based on the daily bar that we just put in last week, it does look like we are trying to see if we can push back up. I think that for me, if we can break above, you know, the range, this channel, yeah, I'll show you guys when I zoom in a little bit more, but if we could break a rate above this channel, I think we have room definitely to move all the way up to the 4063 level there on gold. Based on the hourly bar, very similar to NQ, we put in a sell bar. So unless this hourly turns into a bullish bar, I don't know if I feel very confident about longing. More often than anything else, I'm probably looking to short this thing. It would be kind of my thought process. We are holding VWAP at the moment, so if someone took a long at the VWAP here, I mean, I don't think that's a horrible trade, and I only say that because like I think you can capture a nice 1 to 1.5 R to the upside based on where the chart is, and it would be kind of like a pullback retracement on the overall move. And then from the gold perspective, here's what I was kind of referring to. You can kind of see here that over the session here, we came down, and now this is a fairly wide. This is a fairly wide channel, but you can see here I have a channel within a channel, and the only reason why I did that was because this yellow box channel was an area that I was interested in, and this was again coming from weeks ago. But the wider white box channel that you see here, this is basically the gap, basically the high of the gap up to the gap down area of gold back from like I think like a month or two ago. So I kind of just marked that as just something to be aware of. You can see here that we did end up holding quite nicely. I would imagine this is probably somewhat of an orb setup, but I like the break and retest above the yellow channel that I had. That would have been a nice long entry on gold if you traded over the New York session. And then today, you can see here that this is that channel area that I talked about that I said I would like to see us break past that. And then maybe if we do a break and retest, I'd be interested in longs. Otherwise, I'm still fairly bearish on gold. Like on the FF indicator, we've essentially broke beneath the trigger line as well. So if we go to the 5-minute one, I would look for us to essentially kind of hold beneath this. And if we can, then that might be a good kind of entry for continuation to the downside on gold. So kind of my 2 cents on that. Yeah, anyways, gotta hop back into chat here again just to see if there's any other messages that came through. $28,940 channel. Give me a second, let me go back to NQ again. Hourly, my friend. Hourly pivots for that one. Do you trade on TradingView as well? I feel like the delay makes a difference when entering trades on TradingView. Yeah, no joke, Gurus. Everyone says that, but I've been doing it for a very long time, so I continue to do it. Pulo, there are restricted countries for every prop firm, so but I don't know what they are. You'd have to search them up. For given trades, I don't use that stuff right now, but I've talked about on stream before. One of the things I'll learn to add and integrate into my trading as I go into Q4 of this year will be order flow, which I would imagine will kind of play in line with volume profile as well. Just because I do think that it builds nicely into what I already look at on a given chart. So it'll just add as additional conviction for me on trades. What will be an A+ setup? I don't think an A+ setup is likely going to present itself, to be honest, right now. Based on the way that the chart is already looking right now, the closest thing to an A+ setup was already had. Like that was the hourly sell bar that we had there. Which if you've already missed it, then anything else after that, you're just, can be an A, can be an B, but yeah, no. I say this a lot of time because people ask the question. A+ setups rarely present themselves during this period of time because this is not the part of the day that I normally would even trade. So the way that I've designed how I trade, it's not usually the way that we would be consolidating in the pre-market. We will occasionally get really nice moves over pre-London and we'll capture that, but yeah, it's not always bad. Tomorrow will be bearish heading into New York Open. Yeah, Bubble Mush, a lot of people ask questions like that with me. I don't know. I actually don't like speculating that type of stuff. Like, we can say that there might be key areas we think it can tap, whether it's beneath us or above us, but I will never speculate where we could be by the time the market opens. And if anything, I just watch to see how the market reacts when we do open. That's, for me, is more important. The short trade that I took earlier, it was $1,200. That was 30-point trade with 2 minis. What's the full name of the indicator VWAP session? Indicator VWAP session? The 10 player, what do you mean by that? You talking about specifically just VWAP? Oscar Velasquez, yeah, I do. I include the wick. Oh, damn, that sucks, Pulo. Sup, Hunting Pips? What up, man? Interesting bar here for gold. If we get a spike down, if we tap this level at 4,009 and close back above the VWAP, I may be interested in a gold longs. Nice, Namanoms. I don't trade fair value gaps hunting pips, so I wouldn't know. The dollar of that stop loss, that's 17 points. So what is that? I can't do math at this time of the night, man. 680 bucks. When you move to Lucid Live account, what happens to your profits in your sum account that wasn't paid out due to the 50% payout cap? So you have to read the prop firm agreement. Every prop is going to be a little bit different. The way that it will naturally work, depending if you have a flex account, a pro account, whatever, the amount that can be moved is different actually with all of them. So you have to read into it specifically. I actually don't really care for my haircut. The person who cut my hair kind of screwed up. You just can't see all the angles right now on stream. I can tell Pecky is very bearish, man. He's been saying down, 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 down for a little while now. Fair value gap. It's an ICT reference. It usually, from what I've been told, it usually is a reference between like 3 bars. When there's like 3 bars, I think the fair value gap is supposed to be like the center of like the middle bar. I'm probably killing the description of it, but if you YouTube it, I'm sure you'll find it. Hey, Pecky, man. For sure, for sure. I just made the comment just because I know you've typed it in the chat quite a few times. I would never do that to a business owner, man. All right, let's see how we do on gold here. Do we tap this? Do we tap and close above? Yeah, drop a thumbs up, gang. Let's get to 300 thumbs up tonight. I'll do the giveaway. So not the candle close I would have wanted. That would have been nicer to see that candle turn into a failure to go lower, that closed above VWAP at the tap there. That's what I would have wanted for a long thesis. I can't see on my phone, but what chart are you looking at? Right now I'm looking at gold, but I'm rotating between gold and NQ right now. I like futures more because of time, just because of the time. I don't like trading the New York session because it is an inconvenience to my family and my business. But I've enjoyed options because I've traded options for now, like what, I guess, basically if I were to account for when I started, I've been trading options for coming on 4 years now, so. Super broadcast, you don't lose everything. You don't lose everything, no. You definitely, there is a balance that gets moved, but depending on the specific account you have, it will decide how much of it you can move. Like the flex account has the lowest amount that you can move, then the straight to funded is the second, and then the pro accounts are the ones that you have the most amount of money that you can move live. And it also depends on if it's a 25K, 50K, 100K, or 150K. Do I trade reversions, trend, or both? If both, how do you decide what you're doing? Yeah, so I actually do trade everything. So I trade, so I appreciate the question. I do trade reversal trades, I trade trend trades, and I trade range trades. So like, and a lot of times over Asia, unless setup calls for it, I'm usually just taking range trades, right? And to the question about how do I make decisions on whether or not I'm trading the trend or the reversal, I mean, I trade structure, right? So as a price action trader, essentially what I'm looking for is I'm looking for us to set up either higher lows or lower highs, and through that would make the decision. So if I'm trading a higher low or lower high, for example, and playing with the trend, that's my continuation, right? Otherwise, if I see that we're peaking at an area where we're having a lot of selling taking place, and especially at an area that I'm very interested in, that's usually where I'll take my reversal trade setup. So I'm open to both. And obviously, I say this every stream, but Lucid Pizza, just in case this is your first time here, I know that reversal trades generally have the lowest probabilities, so I don't actually, I usually don't size up too much on those trades because reversal trades won't work out that often. But now, mind you, if they do work out, they usually work out quite nicely, though, just from an R multiple perspective. Any tips on options when choosing expiration contracts? So I'll share with you how I do it. I don't know if it's the best method, right? Like I don't know a lot of options traders, and when I say that, I just mean like I haven't interacted with a lot of options traders, so I don't know how many different strategies that exist out there. Generally, for me, if I'm trading, for example, like a ticker name, right, like Tesla, for example, in that case, if I'm trading Tesla, I'll usually use the weekly expiration. I'll never do next week expiration, but I'll do the existing week expiration. And the only time that I'll use next week's expiration is if we're on Friday. That's when I'd be open to taking a next week expiration. So that's like on a contract like Tesla. If I'm trading like QQQ or SPY, I will usually run 0 date expiration, or at the most, I will do next day expiration, but I'll never do longer than that. And it's just my preference again, right? The other question that people will ask is, well, how do you choose your strike price? Generally speaking, for me, I will either go at the money, right? Or if I'm gonna go out of the money strikes, then I'll usually go 2 strikes out. I will never go further out than 2 strikes. And my reasoning for this is because I find that if I'm too far out, based on the way that I trade, I find that the Greeks will kill my position faster than I want it to. So I find that the 2 strike price away is like just a perfect happy medium of where I want price to be in order for the trade to work out. Now, there's a lot of other things to look at when we trade options, right? And I can't really talk about it right now because there's no way for me to even show you how I would look at that. But I know there's a lot of things we would look at when we look at the Greeks. I actually don't look into the values as much as I probably should. Like, people who trade options with a lot more meticulousness in it will probably judge me for the way that I trade because I don't look at everything in terms of Greeks. I'm very I try to simplify it. Like, I like where price is. Will take a 0 DTE or next day DTE, and I will go no further than 2 strikes out. That's it. I'm not looking at anything else. So people say that, take it for what they may, but that's kind of my opinion on how I would trade options. What up, Pete? Lucid Pizza, nice, man. Hey, no problem. No problem. I do my best to try to engage with you guys. That sometimes means that I miss trades, but I'm okay with that as well. That's why I also do the chart review, because even if I can't take the trade, I hope that someone else takes it based on the chart review, which I think a lot of times it happens quite nicely for you guys. So, sorry, I'm just looking over the gold chart on my other screen here. Interesting. Yeah, nope, nothing. Unlike taking reversal trades, but I usually need a lot of things to align in order for me to take them. I'm very picky. NQ reliable, absolutely, and so you should. I think that when you're trading reversal trades, you should not be just looking at like a 2-minute time frame. Like, I think there are a lot of confluences that need to come together for a reversal trade to make sense, because yeah, it's very risky. And that's also a part of the reason why I want to integrate things like order flow into my trading next year, is because I do think that's going to provide that additional conviction for taking some of these trades, right? So 100%. In current chart, do you VWAP and 200 EMA indicator teach us how to use them? Cruel9965, can you repeat that question before I answer it? I don't fully understand it. I don't want to explain it the wrong way. Yeah, Pete, 100%, man. Further strikes require bigger moves. Now, mind you, man, like you feel like a god when you catch like a short or a long trade on like QQQ, 0 DTE, like 4, 5, 6 strikes out. Oh man, when it hits. Like it's an amazing feeling. But I just know from a probability for me, I don't have a high probability trading that way, which is why I don't do it. What tool do you use if you do for GX levels? I don't have GEX levels actually. So I know our man Gamma Mitch, who does the afternoon session, he's like our in-house expert when it comes to trading gamma exposures. I don't really know how to use that. So that's probably, again, like I said, very similar to order full volume profile. I'll likely kind of layer that into my trading a little bit later on. Shout out to Nominoms. She caught that short trade and she just kind of trimmed out her last position there. Nice work. Broadcast, I only trade the specific asset that I'm trading. So I don't look at other stocks or anything. Like I know a lot of people used to look at the Mag 5s or Mag 7s or whatever, or they'll look at the VIX, or they'll look for ES divergence. Like I don't do any of that stuff. Not saying that that stuff's not important. I'm sure there is, right? I think with everything that I look at already, I personally don't look at those things. So if I'm trading the NQ, I just look at NQ and that's it. NQ reliable. Yeah, lucky. As long as you can acknowledge that that's the case, right? You don't want to validate bad behavior. Looks like we're holding that 4009 level right now, which is interesting. I still don't like the bar setup that we have, which is why I went along this. We didn't get the setup that I would have wanted earlier. So co-host Salmon responding to Super Broadcast. I don't know if something has changed. Back in the day, if you had a pro account, you with an account that you have, you can move up to a maximum of like $15,000 per pro account, which means you can move a total of $75,000 into live. Now, again, I could be a little outdated on my information because if the policies and the rules have changed, then co-host Salmon might be accurate. But just letting you know, when I got moved live, that was how the rules worked. Is what still going to go up, Anakin? Sorry, I'm getting these chat boxes a little bit later, so I don't know what you're referring to. How hard is it to get an affiliate code for prop firms? Depends on the prop firm. A lot of prop firms now are starting to weed out affiliates because, like, if they've gone to a good space, they don't want too many like low value affiliates. So it might be a little bit hard. Like I know some prop firms like My Fund of Futures and Take Profit Trader, it's very hard to become affiliates with them. What indicator do you use in current chart analysis? So it's not chart analysis, right? So I want to make sure you understand. When I think about chart analysis, I'm thinking like I'm looking at larger time frames and going through all of it. If you're talking about like the specifics, I use 9, 20, 50, 200 EMAs, and I use VWAP. Those are the only indicators I ever reference on any given chart. Yeah, I'm a price action trader, Pecky. If options went 24 hours, I would absolutely trade them. I would absolutely trade them. That's literally the only reason why I don't trade them as much anymore. It's just time. I'm from the West Coast. Nice, Ron. Have a good night, man. Oh, so it changed on July 6th. Okay, well, that's new to me. If that's what it is now, that's interesting. I mean, I guess it makes sense, to be honest, because some people who like might rack up a lot. It's, again, prop firms need to be able to have a sustainable model so that they can last long enough to continue to be around, right? So I think some of the concepts of how much they can move live ends up becoming very risky on their end. Thanks, Lucid Pizza Man. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, so stop loss wise, it's gonna either be the price of contract, which I don't ever do because I trade the chart, so I would never, I rarely ever do that. Options is very different, right? Because there's data decay, right? So you can be in a trade for an hour, and even though price hasn't actually moved much, you could be in the negative because of theta decay and all that stuff. So as far as stop loss goes, generally I don't put a hard stop loss. I actually manually exit my trades on options. So if a contract position or whatever it may be is still respecting my chart, then I will hold on to the trade. If I get to a point where I think the decay is hurting me, and that if this starts to move any more aggressively against me while going through time decay, then I will likely just exit my position. So it depends. When it comes to risk management with options, it is managed very differently from how I would manage futures in that regard. Save Kakashi? Nope, I'm not. I'm not in a trade right now. I've not tried options prop firm trading before. No, I probably wouldn't even bother, to be honest. I'm very happy trading with my personal cash, with options. It's like the one thing that I do that's on my personal account. Are we at 300 thumbs up, you guys? 284. 16 more thumbs up, guys, and I will do a giveaway. A nice hold of the VWAP there on gold. Is anyone else still on long golds right now? I don't know if you guys ended up taking the long off the level there. Oh, Lucid Pizza. I literally just explained all of that earlier, so you might have to like go scroll back for that. Someone asked me that question already. I don't want to repeat it again, just for the guys who are on the stream right now. Nice, Broccoli Trader. What's your TP on gold, man? What are you looking for there? I know, Super Broadcast. Tesla's going to be coming back into my trading crosshairs again. Semstrat's also in longs right now. Hey, nice. You're looking for 40-20 on gold? Okay. Tread very carefully. I don't like to tell people how to manage the trades, but I would tread carefully. I think that anything above 40.18 on gold might be a little dicey, personally. Future trades, Discord. The rate trades Discord is here. Where did I get that yellow line on gold? The one here? It's when the market opens, my friend. It's the Globex opening print. What's Tesla at now? I haven't actually looked at Tesla's ticker in a while. What's Tesla at? 380? Dude, you think it's gonna go down that low, man? That'd be wild. Oh, right on. Right on. We're at the right amount of likes, guys. Right amount of likes. Okay, I will get the bot set up here for the giveaway, guys. Give me a second here. Give me a second here, guys. How did I make Grichi online, man? He used to be a Discord moderator in the original Discord that I started with many years ago. All right, guys, I'm just setting up the bot here. I'm going to put it here as instructions. Going over to NQ there. All right. Thumbs up on, oh, sorry. Participate in the giveaway. Thumbs up on the stream. Type enter into the chat. All right, the bot's up, guys. What up, Elevated Life? Full-time trading for earnings? Like trading earnings specifically? Is that your question? I don't trade earnings, no. BTC. So when I trade, I would go for 0 DT because, again, I mentioned this earlier. I don't trade next week expirations, so I would never go for that personally. So naturally, I would go for the 0 date expiration. What up, Jared? Looking forward to connecting on a one-on-one, my friend. In about 2 minutes here, I'm going to announce the winner of the giveaway, guys. Trade 11:07. That's crazy. Where's the time fly? Do it 400 thumbs up for a 50K Apex in a day standard. .21 seconds left. All right, let's see who's the winner, guys. Phenoms, are you here? You're the winner of the giveaway, my man. Phenoms, are you here? Phenoms, are you here? You are not. I'm gonna give you 1 minute to come back. Okay, there you are. I was like, dude, don't make me do this to you. All right, Phenoms. Shoot me a DM on Instagram, and I will get the giveaway over to you. And make sure you DM me like tonight, like before the stream ends, because if you DM me too late, man, I'm not gonna be able to track that for you. All right, gonna put you onto the tracker here. Nice. All right, we are about what? 20, 30? No, 38. 38 thumbs up away from another giveaway, guys. All right, we're starting to move lower here on the NQ, guys. Let's see how we react. I would love to see a tap of Globex. And then I'd love for us to close above this. Do you have different playlists? This cringe music is killing me. Peterillis, do you think this is AI driven? This EDM soundtrack? I don't know. These are just random ones that I find online, man. Is it like, what makes you think it's AI, by the way? Peterillis. Just sounds like EDM music to me. Yeah, lose the pizza, probably not a good idea. Get some rest, man. What up, Adam? Hey, Paul. Welcome to the stream, man. My name's Azheng Trades. I'm the pre-London host here, man. Peck, you're long. You're long here. You're longing NQ? How many billionaire day traders do you know? I don't think, is there even such thing as that? I'm actually kind of curious. I don't think there is such thing as a billionaire day trader. If there is, I have no idea who that person would be even. Do I prefer 2-minute time frame over 1 minute? Yes. I don't trade the 1 minute. Peter Aurelius, have you, and I mean this like with respect, I'm not trying to be like disrespectful. Do you listen to EDM music? Because I feel like EDM music naturally sounds like this, like in general. Like this is back even before AI. But again, if I'm missing something, I could be. I mean, I'm just giving you my personal opinion on it. Super broadcast. I mean, my strength in business has always been very similar to this, and that's compartmentalization. Like I compartmentalize well, so I don't put a lot of eggs into one thing. So a lot of times, even if I win in one things, I wouldn't necessarily be like, oh my goodness, like I feel great here or I feel worse here. You know what I mean? Like that's always been a strength for me, is compartmentalizing. What site are you using to trade? TradingView, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, how long has this artist been on? Yeah, can't really tell. Sicky Seth? Yeah, the Rake Trades Discord, man. The Rake Trades Discord. Yeah, I don't think it, like, I'd be surprised. I think anyone who has that much money, I don't think they'd be day trading. Like, that's a lot. You know, being like a billionaire status is not like is not a cakewalk, right? So yeah, I mean, I think dealing with the P&L is a big one, man. I don't really look at. I try not to think about the P&L too much. I just trade the chart, man. If you're feeling like P&L fluctuation is a big problem, then you gotta size down, man. I don't have a favorite music artist actually. I listen to kind of pretty much anything. The only type of music I don't listen to is heavy metal. Oh, interesting, Peter Willis. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you if it was AI or not. I actually can't tell the difference, to be honest. Just because when I used to listen to EDM music, it sounded very similar to me, but I'll take your word for it, man, if this is your industry. Kings of the West. Who pissed off Jake? If Jake was yelling, someone pissed off Jake, didn't they? Bubble Mush, you still follow this stream. I'm one of 5 hosts, Bubble Mush. Rate trades, the GOAT trades the New York Open. Yeah, hunting pips, 100%. Maybe it's his mic. Maybe it's his mic. Am I in a short? No. I'm not in a trade right now, guys. I'm not in a trade. You guys would see it if I was in a trade right now. I experiment with stuff a lot of times with other, like, my other accounts and stuff like that. If it's like if I'm experimenting for like pop rooms, but if I'm actually taking a trade, you guys would actually see it. I'd show you guys right here. I'm waiting for the tap of glowback. So essentially what I want to see here on the NQ, guys, is I would like for us to tap this, and I want the bar, like an ideal is we tap this, we put a failure to go lower bar and closes above this channel. That would be kind of the ideal long setup that I would personally want. We'll see though, we'll see. Yeah, Jake's hyped, man. Going long at 760s. Yeah, well, only if we get a setup though. I'm not just blindly gonna take a long at 760, guys. You can play side by side, any EDM mainstream track side by side. You will hear a difference in media lack of energy and phasing. Like, yeah, there's a real photo. I was gonna say I can tell the difference in AI when it comes to like images of people, but music. I mean, I guess I don't really listen to it because a lot of the times I actually just listen to mainstream music. And EDM music back in the day was like something that I would listen to, like the OG stuff, you know what I mean? So all the new stuff, it's just whatever kind of pops up on YouTube, I kind of just listen to it. Kings of the West, man. Globex is when the market opens. It's when the futures market opens. I am watching longs on gold as well, though, guys. I am. I'm very interested in what we're doing here. I don't know. Man, how do we close here, man? I'm fighting the grain, though, if I long here on gold, so I'm just watching. Sorry, guys, I'm just experimenting with something on the side here, guys. Let's freeze on the side. AS diverging a bit for NQ. Just got my second funded with 10-4. I suddenly blew past my consistency on my third account. Oh, Night Owl. Come on, bruh. Come on, dude. You gotta make sure you don't do that, man. It's like the worst. You know, I'm sure you guys have probably gone through this as well. I've done it so many times before where like I accidentally over trade into a position. I'm like, crap, I need to like lose money to help my consistency rate. And then what do I end up doing? I make even more money. And that's like, oh my goodness, I'm making this consistency rule even worse. Which is kind of hilarious because it's like, obviously when you're trying to make money, you're struggling to do it. And then like, when you try to lose money, you're like, why does this keep making money? I'm trying to lose. And it's like going the complete opposite. It's brutal, man. It's brutal when that happens. Sup, MDC? Randall, you look at 744. Okay, okay. Interesting. Yeah, is it bad rainstorm? Yeah, I think it was on Friday when I was streaming. It was like so bad. When I was streaming on Friday, the weather was like crazy. It was like major thunderstorms here. I hope you're not staying up too late, man. I'm from Vancouver, Canada. At least for now. Just gonna copy this over here. I'm just watching gold as well. Oops. What the heck? What the heck? Sorry, guys. What is it doing here? Trading view? You trying to troll me here? There you go. Just so that you guys can see that as well. Yeah, the weather's been wild here, man. You're in Vancouver too, eh, J7? Nice. Whereabouts are you? Are you actually in like Vancouver, or like Burnaby? Coho, you from BC as well, eh? Nice. Whistler, damn. You recon will sweep Asia high, or you recon we in bearish market now. I had to read your message twice there. You found Husky. I was like, you recon? What are you talking about? I realize now you're saying you reckon. Yeah, I'm looking for us to essentially tag Globex and close above. You know what? I'm just gonna leave this arrow up. I mean, we might not even do this at this point. Oh wait, sorry, not on gold. Sorry. Oh my goodness, I'm getting mixed up here. This is what I'm looking for on NQ at the very least. J7PY, no way. You live near PNE? Yo, follow me on Instagram, dude. We're like neighbors. We're neighbors, bro. If you live near PNE, we're basically neighbors. Hit my DMs on Instagram, man. If you ever want to chat trading live, man, more than happy to chat with you, man. J7. Northern Ontario. I gotcha. You missed one of the giveaways, but I'm still doing another one. We just got to get to 400 thumbs up. How do I get the range at 747? It's not a range. It's the opening print for Globex. Thoughts on New York Open bouncing off of Friday's low and hooting back up? Where's Friday's low? I don't know. I mean, sure. I mean, that's still far away from now. I try not to speculate what's going to happen like that many hours away from now. Do you have any thoughts on geopolitical situation currently that factor into your trading? Now, I don't actually factor too much into the economics. Like, I will say the only thing that I factor in as far as like economics goes is like if like war or whatever it may be, like sure I'll factor in the fact that there'll be a lot of volatility, but I wouldn't be like, oh, there's war or bank rates did this, so I'm now bullish or bearish. Like I don't factor it in that regard. More so just because I don't have an edge in trading news, so I don't really know very well, and I wouldn't like if I had like a technical setup that I really liked and that I wanted to trade, I wouldn't want my whatchamacall setup to be skewed because I was so abrupt on news that was driving that, right? You know what I mean? So yes, you lost money. Globex, it's when the market opens. It's literally when the future market opens. That's what Globex is. No, I do not. I only trade 0 DTEs and next day expirations. That's it. Super broadcast. Yazin, let's go. Nice short trade there, man. Do I tread red folders? No, I don't. What has your payouts been looking like on average? What do I have for this month? As far as payout goes, this is this month so far. So what is it? 35? 35 and change? Yeah, 35 and change. That's roughly where I'm at right now. What's up, Praga? You found Husky, just DM me on Instagram, man. It really depends on what you're looking for as a trader. I don't have like a one thing specific because it depends on like how much experience you have and what you're looking for, that type of deal. Thanks, Amazing Top. I appreciate it, man. Oh yeah, Spain won today. That's right. Yeah, intraday trailing drawdown can suck, but I'm okay with it. Doesn't really bother me too much. I've been trading with Take Profit Trader for a while now, so I'm pretty used to it. Guang. If you're new to prop firms, honestly, you don't need a lot to trade. You can easily get like a 25K account or 50K account, and usually with the prop firms, go with the ones that have like very little rules. I think you can scoop one up for like $100, especially when you have the discounts running. Like Lucid and Tradeify right now is doing 40% off accounts. My Fund Futures has something. If you're brand new, they have a 50% off on their accounts right now. And then take profit share is 40% off as well. And I think 10-4 is also 50% for new customers as well. So yeah, there's a few of those different props that you can probably run into right now. And if you're learning, especially, just trade micros, man. Don't trade minis. It's not worth it. I trade NQ and gold. Yeah, primarily. The playlist is just, it's the same YouTube playlist I've been playing all the time. I'll put it in the chat for you guys. No, you found Husky. I literally mentioned it earlier. I'm in Vancouver, man. But TPD count under the profit as stop loss. Well, that sucks. Yeah, I know. You just have to get over the intraday trailing, man. My dude, Night Owl. Don't gamble, brother. How long do you keep a prop account for on average, and how much are you able to make from it before you need to buy another account? I don't have statistics on that, Super Broadcast. It's so different, man. It depends on the prop account I have, the rules, the size, like variables, man. Like sometimes it could just be untimely. Like I've had accounts that have lasted me 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks. I've had accounts that die out within the first week. So and when I say for a game of probabilities, that if I'm rotating between like 10 prop firm accounts, for example, and I'm individually trading them, if it just so happens that the one account that I keep losing on is the same account, then it just happens to be the way it is, right? Like I posted this a lot in my journey. Like when I traded with Tradeify, my longest standing account I think I had for like 64 trading days, which if you think about 64 trading days, that is what, like 12 weeks? Yeah, that's 12 weeks. 64 trading, that's 12 weeks. And then my Apex account that I uncapped for almost 100K in payouts, that was also about 60 some days as well. So yeah, I've had accounts for like up to 12 weeks. So it really depends, man. It's very different. Guang, there's no such thing as a specific time, man. Anybody who asks that question, how long does it take to get payout? How long does it take to be profitable? That's the wrong question to ask, to be honest, because that your time is irrelevant. Time is completely irrelevant. Some people do it fast, some people take forever. Rajwal, just letting you know, if you ask for cash again on this, I will ban you. Direct accounts are just very expensive. That's the problem. They can get you to pay out fast, sure, but they're expensive. MDC. Congratulations, Jared. Shout out to Jared in the chat. Just passed his 50K rapid eval. Nice work, man. Yeah, no, I made the comment already. If he begs one more time, I'm going to ban his ass. I've been trading for 6 years. Start with small caps. Been trading options for 4 years, futures for 2 years. How long does it take a person to get a payout? Man, that is so subjective, man. I know people get payouts within the first couple of weeks. I know people who don't get payouts for a couple of years. I don't think the right mentality is like, how long does it take? It's, you need to focus on the craft. Just remember that the P&L and the payout, that's a byproduct of your trading, right? It's an output. So what you do in your trading is far more important. Risk is a psychology thing, right? Outside of the technical component BTC, it's a psychology component. So it really depends on, like, honestly, what you're going through. I know a lot of people like Mark Douglas for their books, but I've never actually read his book, so I wouldn't be able to like speak to them. Like Velima said, 100%, you keep focusing on the payout, you'll never get the payout. Yeah, to Lil Joe's point, like, that's why I always say, people always ask me, like, hey, Alan, if I fail my eval, should I pay the reset fee and get, like, stay in the funded phase, like, pay the funded reset, which is usually like $500 and plus? My answer is always no, because if you know you're profitable, that $500 can buy you like 10 evals, right? You may as well just go back to the eval and then trade them back up, right? It's far more worth it from an ROI perspective. I will say, as a prop firm, I would imagine that their business model is counting on you to reset the funded, because they make so much money off of you for doing that. Am I a millionaire? I will say, I think that if you know me and you follow me, I think you know the answer to that. But I don't like to talk about net worth on the public space. I've honestly, prior to streaming, man, I was very guarded actually about my personal life. So do I have any bias? Yeah, I did the chart review already earlier, Maples. If you scroll back to like around 10:20 Pacific Standard Time, I kind of go through the chart review on NQ and Gold. Do you normally expect a reaction around the Globex opening or yellow line? I don't always expect it, but yeah, there should be. Generally, an opening print of Globex or opening print of New York generally has some sort of reaction. Yeah, there's time, there's money, there's a little bit of both, but I personally think that just sticking with the evaluation makes a lot more sense, just from a cost efficiency. Have a good week, Phantom Love. Do you keep buffer on your funded account and take payout on it? A very valid question, Sam. You might be fairly new. I talk about this all the time, actually, as well on stream. I'm the person that will take payouts every time. I will not keep any money as a buffer. I just don't. That's not how I trade prop firms. As a personal account, sure, I may keep little bits of it, but more often than not, I'm always about paying yourself. The way I look at it is that if you ever leave money in your account, your capital is always at risk. So always pay yourself, right? Especially with some of the fiascos that you see with prop firms where they can go under like overnight. You don't want all your hard-earned work to be tied up in a prop firm, right? Like you want to be able to take them out. So I always take my payouts, which is honestly the big reason why my prop accounts don't last longer than 12 weeks, you know? If it was always just about building it, I mean, it would last way longer than 12 weeks, but it's because I'm always taking my payouts is the reason why they have their lifespan. Yeah, I mean, what Zero Kill said, I mean, everyone has their own trading style, right? I know a lot of people who are successful taking base hits. I know people who are successful taking longer moves. Really depends, man. Guangong, why did I choose to stream? Actually, Jake Ricci was a person that I took his mastermind 3 years ago. So when he reached out to me, if I want to partake in this, it aligned with what I was kind of thinking about doing already in the trading space. Not really necessarily streaming, but just educating. So when he asked me if I want to do this, it kind of worked out perfectly fine. I mean, him and I, we jive well together as well. So just kind of made sense, to be honest. Lucid Pizza, I stream specifically the pre-London session. So 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to midnight. That's my time slot. Yeah, MDC, you definitely would trade like Lucid Flex plans or Tradeify Select plans. Like those are probably the ones that you would normally go with. Dennis Kostop, I would recommend probably as the best options for like easy, like as easy as it can get. Tradeify and Lucid have the accounts with the low cost, low rules. Those would be your best ones. And then I know 10-4 is a new prop that just started as well. Their origin accounts have great drawdowns on those, so that could work as well. My Funded Futures as well is pretty good. Those would probably be the ones I would kind of throw out there. Oh. No problem, Sam. Oh. But what do you think about short now on gold? It kind of looks like breaking support. Let's see, what are we doing on gold? We're coming up to Globex as well soon here, so we'll see, I guess. No problem, Sam. Hey on, we long Asian lows. Globex, maybe. Asia lows? I mean, maybe too. I mean, maybe we spiked out. I don't know. I'm looking for a Globex reaction. Thanks, Namanams. I appreciate it, man. Trade London and not you. This is much from London to you. This is just so you found Husky. For those all who ask, why do I stream this session specifically? This is the only time I can stream. I can't stream any other session. I don't have time. Like I'm in between meetings with clients. I am with my family. Like I prioritize that. So will I take trades while I'm in meetings or when I'm with family? Yes, absolutely. But I can't stream while I'm doing that. So I trade the Asia session. I actually trade when Ron G streams. I sometimes stream. I'll trade the Globex Open. Sometimes I'll trade the London hours after. I'll even trade New York, but I can't stream any other period except for this period. This is the only time that I can actually hop on stream and engage with the community. It's the reason why this is my time slot. And I'll tell you right now, I don't do this because I need to do this, because if you think about it from a business perspective, I'm already up at 5 in the morning every single morning, my time, and I'm working all day long up until this point. So meaning by the time I'm finished the stream, it's midnight. So those who've been following the stream will know I sleep for 4 to 5 hours a day every single day, just because of the stream. If it wasn't for the stream, I'd be sleeping. So I do this because I do enjoy it. I do enjoy trading. I enjoy educating, engaging, all that type of stuff, right? So. Most of my most successful trading is over Asia, Lucid Pizza. What was my biggest takeaway from Jake? I would say at the time when I took the mastermind, just taking it more seriously. Like, I think I was very loosey-goosey with the way that I traded. I think going through the mastermind, it helped me treat, trading with a higher level of respect, which is kind of where I would say like the biggest takeaway was that at the time. Oscar Velasquez, 100%, dude. Like, I get that question all the time. Alan, where's your Lambo? Where's your Porsche? Oh, trust me, I was very close to getting one early this year because I was like, oh, maybe I should get one before I get older. But like, I couldn't do it, man. Like, I value time, I value family. I rather donate my time and my money to charities that I care about a lot, right? I focus on youth development. Like, I have values for myself, and for me, I'd rather focus on that, to be honest, right? So everyone has their own thing. For me, time freedom is everything. The fact of the matter is, when I go to look at that sharp reaction, by the way, to the 50% retracement spot, which is that black line there. When I drop my kid off at school, when I pick him up from school, when I drop him off at sports, martial arts, pick him up, it's the one question I always get from all the moms that are there. What do you do for a living? How do you have the time to do this for your children all the time? I take that as the biggest compliment of all. That is more, for me, a bigger compliment than someone saying, wow, you have a nice car, you have a nice house. Because for me, being able to be there for my children, for everything that's important to them, that is much more valuable. And that's the stuff that's gonna matter later on in your life as well, right? Again, I'm speaking from a father's perspective. So if you don't have kids, you might not care. But those are the things that I value more than anything else. My 2 cents on that, man. Thanks, amazing Tom. Appreciate it. Some streamers take huge payouts and they're not in live. They're spending way more on failed accounts, which is the amount they take out. So you know what? Honestly, I think it depends on the situation. Like for me, like I said, like I'm capped. I just can't even trade with them. So I'm done. I'm done in that regard, right? Simplify. But I'll think that also, if you think about Simplify, back then, like if you were trading like even a year ago, live was not as common. Now a lot of properties are starting to strap down on moving people to live, whether it's to protect their business, whether it's for legal reasons. So there's a lot more people moving live now than there were before. Like, you think about it, like Jade Cap, for those who don't know, he has a record payout with Apex, $2.5 million. Like, he even didn't move live back then. Like, that wasn't even a thing. Like, he's live now, but he wasn't back then. So I just think that, like, to answer, Simplify's question, I think more people are moving live now because of all the rule changes. But back then, not so much. MDC. Yeah, man, it's the only time I can trade, bro. Guang, I trade on larger time frames. I show the 2-minute chart because I can't show all my charts on one screen, but I'm on right now, I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at 5-minute, 15-minute, hourly. I'm looking at other time frames. Guang. Yeah, right, guy. Holy crap, this chat is so long. And as I feel like I'm catching up on the chat, I realize it keeps going. Found Husky, just reach out to me on Instagram, dude. I don't say it on stream because these streams are recorded and my rate will change over time, and I don't want to have that one thing stuck out there, right? So just reach out to me on Instagram, dude. It also depends how new you are, man. Like, if there's a lot of work to be done, it's not going to be the same as someone who's already very well experienced, right? Night Owl. Oh, I believe you. I believe you're totally going to be the guy that's going to buy everything you can. Yeah, man. 100%. Stay humble, man. Family is everything, dude. At least it is for me. Oh, I'll start the giveaway in a bit, guys. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat here, man. You guys are just going. 50K account risk, always I would say 10 bullets in the chamber. Whatever your drawdown is, you should have enough to lose 10 trades back to back before your account blows. That's my general rule of thumb. What's not good about moving live? I mean, it depends on where you are. Some people like the leverage that props allowed them. Sometimes moving live means you lose the leverage. Sometimes it's tax reasons. I mean, it could be so many reasons. I have no issue moving live. If the live was an option, I'd take it. How do we confirm prop from saying they did this much payout? Is there any source? Which Sicky said, are you asking like how do you confirm like if a person actually got paid that amount? I mean, a lot of prop firms Discords have the payout section, so it actually produces the payout certificate. So that's probably one way you could do it publicly, because technically, obviously, prop firms are not going to publicly tell you who got what payout because that's confidential, obviously, right? But if you look at the payout channels, they'll usually show it. Like earlier, what is it? Let me find my Discord here. Give me a second here, guys. So, for example, actually, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show this. Crap. You know what? I don't want to fidget around with my OBS right now. You know, like for example, if you go to like 10-4's Discord right now, 10-4 trading. If you go to their payout channel, you'll see there's a guy that's in the chat right now named Michael. He commented at the opening of the stream saying, "Hey man, I'm the other guy that got the payout from 10-4 because he knows that I was the first one to get it." And so if you go to the payout channel, it'll show that he was the fifth trader to get a payout with 10-4 trading. But if you go to the top, you can see that the first 6 payouts were done by me. Like I was the first 6 payouts with that prop firm. So that's how you can tell, is usually you'll scroll down on those. That's probably the easiest way for you to tell what their payouts are and the validity around that. Otherwise, when you work with a trader, I would say that just if you really are skeptical, you can always ask them to show you their bank statements and stuff like that. Obviously, they'll censor out their credentials, but that's probably the only other way that you can validate whether or not they're legit. Yeah, the question between sim and live, man, very subjective, man. That's up to you guys to decide what makes the most sense. But I do answer this question almost every stream, though, because I know everyone always asks about it. The black line on the chart is the 50% retracement spot that I talked about earlier. I've been trading for 6 years, Maramara. Ohio, Masashi. Yeah, looking for Globex, man. Looking for Globex. Larger time frames, BTC. If you're looking at structure, just don't get too sucked into the small time frames. Look at the higher time frames, right? The larger time frames are going to help you see through the noise that the small time frames can't tell you. Ben Lau, yeah, I took his mastermind. I was a mastermind 6 student, so I took it back in 2023. So it's been 3 years. How do you trade funded phases? I always say between eval and funded, man, they're all the same, dude. Like the only thing that changes is expectation. Your strategy shouldn't change at all. BTC, I mean, if you subscribe to the Discord for Rake Trades, I think this is the right thing to type in. I don't know if it is though. You can watch his recordings there. How long, again, time duration of how long someone learns, man, it's so subjective. It really depends on the person. Nice, Thule. What's the risk for the day for 50K live? Marimar, what do you mean by that question, by the way? I'm gonna, are we at 400? No, we're not at 400 thumbs. You guys keep saying we're at 400 thumbs up, but we're not. It says we're at 398. BDC, how long did it take me? I learned his, I mean, I understood his mastermind fairly quick. Like again, everyone's gonna be different, right? Like there are certain things that like are easier for some people to learn over others. Like for me, numbers are very easy. Like I can look at a financial spreadsheet and break down a business model and the comprehension of all of it faster than most people, right? But that doesn't mean everyone can do that, right? So it really, honestly, just really depends on that case. I started off with Stock Market Wolf, and I was in Reg Traders Mastermind, for those who are asking that question. Yes, I'm looking for a tap of Globex, and I'm looking for us to close as a fail to go lower above that channel area. But it looks like we're like holding that channel area pretty strong. The only thing about me not wanting to take a trade right now is that we're going into the London Open here in about 9 minutes here. So it'd be risky to take a trade at the moment. M. Brown, I don't know. I don't really look into that type of news that you're referring to. Lucid Pizza, man. Have a good night, man. WAP is banned in India. Yep, nothing we can do about that, man. No idea. I don't speculate what the market open's going to do, guys. I've noted what I'm looking for on the chart, but we'll see, man. Chris Chow, man, what up? Yeah, man, this is my stream's time, man. This is my stream time. But I'll be out in about 8 minutes here. All right, I'll do another giveaway here. Be a 50K giveaway, guys. Just started the bot. Dave, reach out to me on Instagram, man. I'm gonna scalp a short trade, guys. This is a scalp, okay? Just so you guys know. Just because I'm waiting for this giveaway to be done anyways. Keeping expectations low on this. I should probably size smaller than that actually since I'm scalping. High risk short trade, guys. Market opens in 5 minutes. Hence why I'm saying low size scalp trade. minute and a half, and I'll announce the giveaway winner, guys. Yeah, for anyone who's like typing in like enter, like spamming it, man, you guys can only get like 1 ticket, guys. No need to spam. All right. Mevin Danny, you are the winner, man. Mevin Danny, are you there? Mevin Danny. Alrighty. I'll drop my Instagram there for you. Shoot me a DM and I will send you a code after the stream. Congrats, man. And make sure you send that DM sooner than later, okay? Don't send it too late. Otherwise, I will forget to get back to it afterwards, man. Now, if you're working one-on-one with me, that's definitely not going to be free. Just so you guys know, I know a lot of people ask this question a lot. I charge my clients that I work with in business, in the restaurant industry, far more than I do in trading. And the main reason why I charge less is because I realize that most retail traders who are in need of help aren't people who have a lot of money, which is why I do lower the cost in that regard. But my time is very valuable in the end of the day, right? So I say this on the stream all the time because people always question the validity of why we charge. It's like, if you want to spend one-on-one time with me, you're taking my time away from a paying restaurant client, and you're taking my time away from my children and my family. So yes, there will always be a cost to that. Sorry, guys, I have to tend to something real quickly there. I am in a trade right now. I'm in a trade. I mentioned it earlier on when we were doing the giveaway. I was looking for just a 1-hour scalp trade for about like 20 points. Market's about to open here in 13 seconds though, so might take me out here. Yep, stopped out, guys. All good. That bounce off that channel was pretty solid. I really would have liked us to actually like tag lower before making this move though, so Let's see how we react, guys. Our price is about to move up towards the VWAP and the 200 EMA here. Our hourly bar high is pretty much where we're pulling back from right now as well. Yeah, the moment we had that 2-minute fail to go lower there, Andrew, right before the market opened, I was like, yep, I'm getting stopped out for sure. Because if that 2-minute candle didn't have follow through in the way that I would have wanted to, then that's makes a lot of sense, man. I think what it was up, but like 3-4 points away from target. We're coming up to the 5-minute trigger line right now. This is a pretty important resistance spot on the given chart. We're also testing an hourly channel that I have. I might be interested in taking one last short trade here before we close out the day. Yeah, Simplify, don't blame me, dude. Have a good night, man. I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. I'll be hopping off the stream here soon anyways. Just kind of seeing how we react here. I may have missed my entry already, though. I was looking to scalp a 1-hour trade here. We're testing the 5-minute trigger line, guys. Just to show you guys what I'm referring to. I'm referring to that. I wouldn't feel good about reversals just yet, to be honest. It's possible, but... yeah, I literally missed my entry by like a tick, man. Hey, Sagar. Dude, let's go, man. Shout out to brother there. Getting a max payout in 10-4. That's the 5-minute trigger line on the FF indicator. That's what I was referencing earlier. That's the reason why I said I want to take a short. I literally missed my short entry by like a tick, as you can see here. See how we do here. I'm gonna watch for this VWAP test here, guys. I'm still willing to scalp a short to the downside, to be honest. I'm just waiting to see how we react here. Now that price has retraced back up, I don't take the same entry. I talked about this last stream as well when it comes to scalping. Why short market's bullish, kind of no. I mean, we're technically ranging. I did the trade review early and I talked about it already. I'm open to shorting and longing trades right now. I find that I often, like, whatever I take during the Asia session, I usually take the opposite during London, because I find that it retraces the Asia move quite often. Yeah, MDC, 100%, man. You know what? I'll leave it at that, man. Right now, guys, here's my thought process. I already did the chart review, so for those who are hopping in, kind of go through that again. I'm still interested in this move here. If we get it, if we spike Globex and close above the channel, I'm interested in a long. That might set us up for like a double bottom setup, so I'd be open to that. Otherwise, while I hop off stream and I go start winding down for to go to bed, if a move sets up here where we can reject the VWAP 200 EMA, I'm also interested in shorting this for about 24 points, give or take. It's will be about like a 1 hour trade, but that's kind of the two things that I'd be looking at right now. But anyways, with that, man, I'll leave it at that, gang. Thanks for tuning in as always, guys. I will catch you later this week, and the back half of the streams this week, I will be traveling, so I'll be in a very mobile setup, but I will still be on stream nevertheless. Much love, guys. I'll catch you guys later.